Okay.
So if you shit talk anybody, it's live now.
Okay. Well,
Already
me,
said it,
no.
Okay?
Who's on? No one's on yet, so you can't say
No,
anything.
Me never. Yeah, nobody's here, so we're good. It's because it's 8:15 there.
They're
You're
saying,
like,
what
they're-
the frick?
The people are still cracking a beer.
You know
They're
why?
getting ready.
That's because the boat was not in control of the
Well,
remote.
it looks like it says it looks like we have 20 people, so that's good. But nobody wants to chat right now, I guess.
That's good.
Are they all shy?
Yeah, it's all good. Well, 3 are right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
I'm always
Come say hi,
on
everybody.
time. Josh says, hey, Josh says he's always on time.
Yeah, there's Darcy and my buddy, and yeah.
Kevin. Sorry,
Oh, there we
Kevin.
go. Hey, everybody.
Had one of them nights where I just kept waking up every hour and I didn't want to miss you, so I left the tickets there.
Yeah, look at Mike there. Leave for the piss there 1 minute, and boom, you're back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, it's all the white folks that are on time, man. The Asians are going to come Filipino time in about 4
Every
minutes.
Asian's going to be
There's
late.
saw a few Filipinos were on time, so that's awesome. Yeah.
4 minutes is early for us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Murray Holy, how's it going?
Wonder if
Hey,
Murray
Kowalski
must still be on holiday there.
was Whitefish up as Beast of the Week because you just put him up there. I didn't put him up as Beast of the Week, sorry.
Oh,
Who's that?
I didn't see.
Well, he said they were 1 inch short of a lake record. And I've been saying that my whole life. I'm 1 inch short of
1 inch short? We're always 1 inch short, no matter how long.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Amy.
So, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Anybody go fishing this weekend?
No. No.
I thought you went.
Oh,
Me
Yeah.
or Mike?
Leon.
No, I
Leon.
just went to the river on Friday or Saturday. Friday.
Yeah,
went to the
that's
river.
That's the
Oh
weekend.
no, I
That's
went to the river,
fishing.
so I guess I did go fishing. Yeah, my buddies went out crappie fishing there, and they did pretty good yesterday. And
We're not talking about your buddies. We're talking about you.
to me, no, nothing. I plan on going to Kenora actually Wednesday for a day trip, and as I call it now, it's a skunk trip. We'll see what happens from there. So
like this Wednesday coming up?
yeah, it's either that or I go to the lake and help my two buddies there, Eric and Darcy, are going in the B side. So maybe they'll be out in the lake. So maybe I'll go with them. Who knows?
It was scouting,
KO.
man.
KO threes tested big windy. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that test big windy. Caden, Beeman, Layden, Santos stood us up. Santos stands everybody up.
No, that's
Okay, here we go. You
all
ready?
my fault.
Okay, I gotta throw this up to CDP. Where was the truck in St. Andrews?
Yes,
Okay, so you drove from St. Andrews
to
to
Costco,
Costco. Where is it?
to Regent one first,
Regent went first, and then you went to
Yes.
where?
to Polo Park one after.
To Polo Park, and then back to St. Andrews, right?
Yes,
For for a truck battery when you could have went to Canadian Tire
yeah.
or Piston Ring in Selkirk.
But they're expensive. You got to go to Costco. Costco has the best.
Dude,
best
you probably burnt $75 in fucking fuel.
I probably did.
You're just waiting for gas to go down on April 1st. You'll be happy then.
I should have waited. Yes, we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
We will see.
Tony says he had a big puke on camera, but it didn't bite.
Oh no,
I hope the puke didn't bite.
Tony.
Look at the place on the trucks and Prudence. Went out Saturday. 43 total, 36 American. Yeah, man.
And
That's
only
what we're
7.
trying to tell our lovely government, that how much this fishing industry brings money into this damn
Correct,
province. Whatever. It's like banging your head against a brick wall. So,
It is.
anyways,
And it's no different winter or even like the fall time, right? The fall walleye run. You see, like if you go up to Hecla, there's tons of boats from out of town, right?
Even at Selkirk boat launch too.
Yeah, and even at Selkirk, exactly. But we have other things this winter to talk about.
yeah. Well, so here, like intervals. So, usually in the summertime, they say 5,000 kilometers. Same with the winter. Everybody says the oil nowadays, you can go longer. But if you idle your vehicle for a long period of time, I just do it on even sooner. Because you
Sooner
put
than
a
that,
lot
eh?
of moisture. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of moisture in the wintertime in there. But Usually
that's yeah.
1,000 clicks. So nowadays, your damn vehicle tells you when you're getting something done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Kelsey got called in there just for a routine checkup. I thought next thing you know, I'm walking out with a bill for an oil change. So
Well, there you go. You call him a slew snake.
yeah.
Is that Tony Shirley's? Is he in a kayak in that picture?
No, man.
Oh.
It's not a kayak.
If it's a kayak, it's got a 400 horsepower engine on it, probably.
Yeah, right. Crazy. But speaking of the weekend,
Yeah.
Falcon Lake went down. I heard it was a little windy.
Just like last year. Last year was windy as heck too.
I think this was the first time you ever allowed tents to be up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah, because I believe he allowed some tents. I believe he didn't allow tents to go up this time. So.
did you see some videos from there? It was
I did see
windy.
some guys. I did see some guys in tents. That's right, because most people just had like a windbreak. They got like a 2x4 or something just to block their wind last time.
Like I never
mean,
reached out.
cloud.
I probably should have reached out today to find out how many people were there and how many fish were caught. But I don't know. It's the usual.
But
It looked nice. I saw some online there. Somebody gave them an ice house to sit in and do all their talking and their draws and that. So that was nice, I guess. So
Yeah. So there's some of the photos, but look at the tents behind them.
yeah. Well, that one guy's in a tent.
Yeah. So who's writing sup, people?
What's up?
Must
Who's
be
saying
Eric.
that? That's Eric.
It's Eric.
Oh yeah.
The boss is watching.
Yes, he's
Look,
watching.
Santos, see? But not Tony
Oh,
Shirley.
sorry. Yes.
Or it's Santos. Man,
Caden, my auntie won the Falcon Derby with a Cisco.
no kidding. Before it ended. Jesus.
Uncle. Yes, I thought it was an uncle.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah, it's a guy who won.
There was a guy who won, so
I was gonna say.
unless you're Italian where your auntie looks like your uncle, you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's some of the fish there. They're tents in the background. But it went pretty good from what I understand. Like a lot of people kind of showed up in that miserable weather.
Yeah, still a lot.
Because I know the highways weren't that good.
No,
So,
the weather was crappy that day.
Yeah.
Well-
So here's the top 50. And it looks like Kyle Chartrand, he ended up winning with an 11.55. That's probably one of the smallest fish that won that derby.
Yeah, usually it's bigger pike, eh?
Yeah, it's
Like
usually a bigger
giants.
pike.
Yeah.
So and then
And last half hour, I think, or something like that, he got it too.
JP
Like another-
Mack he finished 31st.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so the 50th place guy, I grew up with this guy. We went and did a lot of partying together and shit like that. So he was holding up there a little bit of cash. So Jeff Lewis, so congrats on that. But
Well,
yeah,
I
it's
think-
pretty good, I guess.
And first place, what won 20 grand this time?
20 grand, yeah.
20
Yeah,
grand.
yeah, that's nice. But so I don't know how many of you know Sean McCoy. Most of us know him from bass fishing.
Okay.
I will not pronounce this derby he was at, but he won 50 grand
Oh, jeez.
in Ontario.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I saw Jamie Bruce post that. That's crazy, eh? 50.
Yeah, isn't that crazy, man? Like if you ever meet this guy, Sean, he's an excellent guy. But
Yeah.
he took himself down 50K on the weekend.
Was a few summer tournaments paid for right there, eh?
Yeah, no
Just a
kidding.
few.
So that's pretty good. So
That's awesome, man.
Season 8 hardwater sponsors: Eskimo Fishing Gear, Tech Video Security, Gone Fishing, Team Fui Automotive, Carlos Cucina, Acme Tackle, and ourselves as usual. So
Yeah.
just want to give them a shout out. I'm actually surprised Eric isn't on. Hey, Eric's
I
usually on
think
right
didn't he say
away.
he's in the airport?
He must be on a plane where he can't get
Is
any
he?
service or anything. I don't know.
Well,
That's-
I don't know, Jeremy. That one day he was doing his
I know he did it one time.
people sleeping around him and he's yapping.
Yeah.
Oh,
remember
he'll
that
yap. He'll yap.
Yeah. No, but
I don't know how much the entry fee was for that one. I really don't, but 50 grand, that's pretty damn good to go
well,
sit
even
on
still,
the ice.
you see some of the tournaments like with the large prizes like that. I think the max I've seen is 500 or 600 for a hole, right? And man, but to win 50 grand, yikes!
Terrace on fishing gear.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So speaking of winning some big cash, this weekend is going to be.
There's some big prize coming up.
Wait. I gotta play it though.
Bush. Smooth taste. Great value.
There we
I
go.
love that commercial. That's such a great commercial. Hey,
Bush.
so this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So top 20 goal Saturday.
Yes.
Gets knocked down to 10 on Sunday.
Oh,
And what
you're
ends up
muted.
happening?
Oh, okay.
What?
You got muted there for a second. You're good though.
That's because Matt Cornell jumped in on the
came
back.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to talk, but we can't hear him. We can't hear you, Matt. We still got you in the background, buddy. So then
have a Bush beer in the green room.
Yeah, have a Bush beer. Oh wait,
Yeah.
They don't sell it here. Oh, he's got one in his hand. I gotta drink. I gotta work in the morning. Apparently, fix something. So, anyways, this weekend, so Saturday it gets cut down to 10. On Sunday, they're battling for 10 grand cash.
Yep.
Are we gonna have a repeater of champions?
If I was a betting man, I'm gonna say yes.
You would, eh?
Oh yeah, the way they've been pumping out fish this season, man, they're unbeatable.
I think somebody's going to surprise us this year.
I think it could be a surprise, but I think still the top three for some. I think there'll be some movement there because the points are kind of close, and there's great anglers. We don't know, like anybody could sneak up and surprise us this weekend, right?
Well, you never know.
Pick a team.
Where do I get my invite?
I'll pick it later in the week. I'm too busy trying to finalize my other fantasy team.
I gotta talk to Gaune here.
Yeah. Well, on the positive, people, you can watch the Bassmaster Elites go on Thursday and Friday this week.
Yeah.
For the Bassmaster Classic and cheer on our Canadians, and then Saturday, Sunday, cheer on the Icebreaker Elite Series, right? And keep an eye on both if you want, but the Icebreaker is the one I think that most people here in Manitoba will be paying attention to. So,
and don't forget,
Matt, how's it going?
Sunday's the Open.
hey,
Right?
Matt. Yeah,
That's the one that anyone can enter on Sunday.
yeah,
You're on now, Matt. You can speak now, Matt.
yeah.
Well, on the Bass Elite side, good luck to all the Canadians, Gussie especially, and maybe that ducky found in a 90 or 90 mile an hour winds there will be good.
And just like our guys, right? They have a tough time sometimes finding fish, but there's a guy right there, Matt, who puts people on fish, right? So
I just fix stuff now. Send emails and get propane.
Or you get Mike to fix them for you.
yeah.
Oh boy!
So how's it going, buddy?
With me?
Yeah.
It's going. Tired, but good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just going to send Kris another email because apparently he didn't get the first one.
Yeah.
So pushing in the last few weeks of the season, you're pretty busy, I take it?
Yeah, we've got 5 snow bears out every day till the end of the year now, and I don't know. Yeah, between 5 and 7 or 8 running gun groups every day. So.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? To see,
it's busy. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun watching it grow, and the guys are doing good. Everybody's we're all getting a little burned out, but it's real good.
Yeah. Well, and the good thing is Lake Winnipeg's such a healthy lake, right? You can catch eaters all day, or you could catch the big ones, right?
Yeah, we do. It's a pretty good mixed bag right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pods of just that we haven't found that are just big ones. It's a good mix.
all over the
But yeah,
place.
there's year classes, all the way up. But there's that 24, 23, 24 inch year class is super strong. Same with I guess the 25s and 26 inch year class is giant. So hopefully those ones stick around, grow up a little bit, and end up getting their picture taken in a couple of years.
That's the good thing, right? You even see like you said those numbers, but even like these smaller fish, like you don't want to harvest some of these smaller fish because you know how big they're going to be in 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, and it's nice that threshold there. You can't have the 1/22 now. So once they hit that mark, and unless they get caught in the net, they're going to be around.
So that was your fleet. So tell us, you ended up buying this from Matt Hobson, right?
Yeah.
And now you've expanded it by another 3.
Right.
So, and you said you got 5 going. You keep one as
It's
a rover.
crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, we have 6. I only want to run 5. Although the last 2 days we've ran all 6 because there is a travel agent made a little bit of a boo boo in a booking, so we ran all 6 without issue. But we just want to run 5 so that we can have one on reserve. It's never a matter of if, it's when with snow bears. I'm discovering.
Yeah.
So to have the one on the reserve, and then if something goes wrong, I can just rip back to our base camp, drive a fresh one out there for the customers, and pick up the busted one and go have a cocktail with Mike.
Cocktail? We've yet to have a cocktail, buddy.
Yeah, we're too busy. April will have a few.
So Kris finally joined us. Hi, Kris. How's it going?
What's going on?
Hi, Kris.
What's up, bro?
Mr. Don.
What's up, boys?
What's up, buddy?
So on this photo, you got the run and gun. You do the run and gun. That's what you started doing, right?
Yeah.
And then you went into the snow bear.
Yeah.
Correct. And then Kris, you also do the run and gun, but you have the luxury houses.
Yeah. Well, I don't do the running gun anymore. I don't have time taking care of all the houses, so I got the boys doing that now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sooner or later, the two you have to take a break, right?
April 6th, buddy.
Yeah, April 6th.
Holiday time.
That's hangover and underwear day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean April 6th? It's got to be earlier than that. Come on.
Well, we'll see.
Not this. Yeah, we'll see what the weather does. It's actually
Yeah.
the forecast changed a little bit, and it's looking like it's going to hold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and cold nights. So cold nights are a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. So then, might as well just ask now. The ice conditions right now are kind of up and down, correct?
The ice is mint. It's the
Yeah.
accesses that are going to go to shit first.
Okay. So
Other than the cracks and heaves, I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
deal with a little bit of that every year. It's really nice. It's pretty easy travel.
yeah. And then, but the thing is why are we still getting all these people that are doing their SOS stuff?
Getting
Because they
stuck.
can't. They don't know how
What's
to
going on?
drive.
I legit. I was just cruising through Facebook before I came on, and there was one 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
The guy said he's been shoveling himself out for a while.
I think it's just inexperience.
At least he has a shovel.
We drive we get stuck, but we drive around all the time in our vehicles, and you just got to kind of read the snow, read the ice, read the heaves. Don't go balls to the wall in, kind of creep in, back up, make a runway. It's shit like that, and people just think they're unstoppable in a lifted truck and this buck.
Yep.
Well, you hear that, Eric? If you're listening, don't go balls to the wall. That's what he does. He goes balls to the wall, and then he turns around and looks at me. All right, I'll pull you out.
You know he ain't gonna listen, man.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
the thing that worries me is these people who are ice fishing like this. That they go and buy a boat, and God forbid they decide to go on the lake in summertime, right? Like who's going to save these guys then when they pull this crap in winter, right? Like
I don't
it's
know.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Don't start.
Well, I think that's one of the big attractions for ice fishing is that you don't need to go buy a boat and all this
Yeah.
extra stuff. Like everybody's got a vehicle, and so
Yeah.
for an extra couple grand, you got an auger and a tent and some rods and maybe even electronics. Like starter level electronics, and you're out ice fishing. But that doesn't always mean that you've got the knowledge to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Although I will say, it is starting to get a little bit tiresome because there is such a depth of resource of information on social media and wherever about, safe ice travel and what to do and what not to do. And people do just keep ignoring it here and there.
Well, it's almost like they don't go to that resource till they get stuck. And then it seems like they're on there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know there's been one person that's been on there several times asking for help. Like, you do it once, you'd think you'd smarten up, but I guess it's just the way society is. They just expect everybody else to bail their ass out.
I don't mind helping people. I would just rather people not get themselves in situations, in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, and you do see people out there in cars and I guess SUVs with all-wheel drive and that. But some of these people are seasoned ice fishermen as well, right? And they know what they're doing. They know what, like you said, what to look for, what drifts to look for, kind of what to do in situations. And then there's people who just, like we say, hop in a Honda Accord and go out on the lake.
It
Or
doesn't
they're
even have a
loafers.
spot to damn well hook up to if they do get stuck.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with some of those cars. There's no way to pull them out without tearing the whole suspension apart.
Right?
Oh, well.
Man,
Well,
the other day, this guy in a new Dodge, buried. I couldn't get him from the back, and he's got no front hooks. I'm like, what freaking truck nowadays doesn't have a hook on the front of it?
Why do you think Dodges are so
I guess
cheap?
Dodge truck.
I guess so.
That's why
Damn,
Dodge trucks
Dodge
are so cheap. They
Dodge
make them loud so you know they're coming, and they don't.
You're just supposed to leave them there.
Yeah. Because he's driving the Dodge.
So pretty much nobody in this panel drives Dodges. We're all Chevy drivers.
Yeah.
So, so
Except for Eric and his Ford.
Eric, yeah.
his Ford that shoots like sparks, like flames out his tailpipe.
Fireworks.
That's normal.
Fireworks show, man.
Yeah. So
You gotta pay
how
extra
did you
for that.
guys, like this year compared to other years, how have you guys found it? The same, better, worse?
For pulling people out?
No, let's get over the pulling people out. Let's talk about fishing.
There's a lot of fish in the south end. A lot. You just got to find them.
It's crazy numbers of fish around.
Yeah.
Like, I had a small corporate group out last week for a few days, and we managed to kind of fish out on our own, which is rare. And in 3 days, they caught well over 500 fish.
That's crazy.
It was incredible, and just the amount of fish coming through that you see that won't bite. It's loaded out there.
Yeah,
but there is a lot of dead water too. I will say that, and that's one thing I did notice this year that's different is there's really high concentrations of fish in places, and then there's areas where a lot of times you used to be able to go and you could almost throw a dart at the map and just in a live scope scan, basically like going out 70 feet, almost everywhere you'd be able to see 5 or 6 fish, no matter where. And then you'd see like 20, 30 when you get to a real good spot. But now there's a lot of spots where I don't see anything. But then you get to places where all of a sudden there's 40, 50 fish on a scan.
And they're moving though. Like one day
Moving
there, the next
super fast. Yeah, it's been rare that we've been able to fish like a spot 2 days in a row this year.
Really? So guys are moving.
So
very rare.
Here's one. So you guys have any tips on how to stay on a pot of fish with a live scope that you are willing to share? That's what Cash is asking.
I mean, you've got to. Right now, I find there's fish moving in all directions. like you usually you can kind of pick a course that they're going and say, okay, most of them are going east and west, most of them are going north to south or vice versa. Right now they seem to be moving in all directions, and it's almost like they're doing big circles, giant like circles in their areas, and like, but I mean big, like a mile, and then they kind of come back into the same zones and they leave. But I mean, in terms of a tip to staying ahead of them, you have to just keep looking. If you're trying to like figuring out how to do it with a live scope, you got to keep looking, and you got to kind of go in all directions to see. You can't just wait and watch them and then expect to fall back on them. You're gonna have to sacrifice some time just to look around to see where that concentration is going.
And you see, and like we've talked about some of the guys on the icebreaker there, and they when they're following these fish, you got one guy drilling holes and just yelling directions, and one guy scoping right at these guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's the same kind of situation you guys are into with the run and gun and that. And
well, I'll have at least one, if not two, guides every day that are essentially just there to scout. Like they'll come and help us to drill the holes and get guys set up and whatever, but they're after that, they're gone. If I'm there, I do that a lot, or I'll just go and scout. Today, that's what I did most of the day. I just went and I put miles on just scouting for pods of fish.
Yeah.
So
and you don't always have to do that, but it's just like Kris said, they're moving so fast this year. If you don't put that work in, you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
Mr. Zielinski, how's it going?
Good.
There you go. He's back.
Hiding in the back. So,
No, we're
so
just
have
actually-
you? What's that? Go ahead.
Speaking of chasing fish,
Is there a fish on
I
there?
found a shitload of fish yesterday. Moved all 5 shacks at night, and then this morning we caught a few in the morning. Then it died. So I just moved one now. We're moving another one. That's what Will's helping me do, and it's like a game of cat and mouse this lately with these fish. How fast they're moving.
Yeah. So do you notice, like, say, a pod of mid-sized fish moving one direction and the bigger ones would be moving in an opposite direction? Or are they all moving randomly?
I feel like they're all kind of in together, but you'll find pods of bigger fish.
Yeah. I'm seeing mostly that the bigger fish come first a lot of the time, and then once you start catching a couple saugers, it's over. Like usually the saugers usually mean it's done. Like they're the marker that the rest of the pod's moved on and they're cleaning up scraps.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. Taking notes here.
You're taking notes.
I've never
Where are the saugers, eh?
so many
Where are the
whitefish
saugers?
caught. I've so many whitefish this year for like my clients and stuff. It's crazy. I can't believe the amount of whitefish. And when the whitefish are around, there's no walleyes around.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
It's funny like that. And I think there's a lot of places where people are mistaking whitefish as walleyes.
Yeah, you get used to them if you stare at the live scope enough, you can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone who doesn't see, look at one of these screens, they just say, "Oh, there's a big walleye." No.
Yeah.
So Peven's got a question. He wants to know if there's a difference between the east and west shore in terms of fish concentration or aggressiveness.
No.
I don't think it's the shores. I think there's a lot of low oxygen water on both of those shores in tight right now.
Yeah. Well, the ice is so thick too, right? Like it's 5 feet, 6 feet up near like the Broken Head and Prudence and stuff.
Yeah.
It's thick ice, man.
Yeah. Same within tight at Eagle's Nest. There's a lot of big blow ups, dinner plate, like plate ice and whatnot that's piled up there. And there's a lot of whitefish in there too that a lot of people think are walleye.
Yeah.
That people have been chasing around for a long time.
They always got their nose down to the ground most of the time, those whitefish.
Yeah, you can tell. Like they tend to have their like their nose attitude when they're swimming is really angled down and their tails are up.
Yeah.
So they got a shitty attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will chase sometimes.
They're fun to catch, aren't they?
Yeah, they will chase sometimes. They'll even eat a rattlebait.
Yeah, I was just gonna say some have been caught on rattle baits and spoons, and You'd think small tungsten with a minnow or something, but yeah, they'll eat some weird shit.
Mhm.
So, Kris, you and I are actually talked about this. So Brett's asked the question: do you think fishing is harder on a Saturday after the Saturday rush, or the Sundays after Saturday rush?
Oh man, I dread the weekends.
No concentration.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
the fish get pushed around, or people set up all around me. Like my clients catch way more fish during the week. It's Matt can run away with the snow bears and find a fresh pot, and it's not.
Yeah,
even
not for
look
long,
up-
buddy. Those things are beacons.
Yeah,
So, I swear that there's 100 air tags in my snow bears because they get surrounded instantly.
Oh no, what it is spotting scope and binoculars. They look
Yeah.
complete of light.
Yeah. There's
That's crazy.
definitely, I do find that the fish like on a Sunday, they are a little bit more negative. They're just higher
Sore
pressure.
lips.
Yeah, and so much noise.
Right.
So much noise on the ice. People driving around and holes going in, and people running and yelling and whatnot. So they react to that.
I got
Yeah.
3 fish on the screen right now, and one giant just sitting there staring.
Like
Catch them.
4 feet away.
She won't
What's the
move.
problem? Why aren't you
Catch.
catching them? Hurry
I'm
up!
working on it. Can you see the screen?
We don't have much. We don't have much with people catching fish on live, so you better do something here. So
Willie's jumping in with. He's grabbing a rod here too.
yeah,
So I know.
There,
both the-
we're gonna
catch
put you
fish.
up there all by yourself now, Kris.
Yeah.
You're by yourself. Now you got to catch the fish, man.
Better
Did you
make
see
a
the
move.
fish on the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
see
see
it,
it
yeah.
right there. It's
Yeah.
like 20 feet away.
Yeah. Well, there's one to the left. That one's the bigger one. It's coming up. He's kind of.
Yeah, he's slowly coming.
Slowly moving.
yeah.
He's crawling.
So, are you guys finding with if somebody changes their cadence when they're coming in, it kind of makes them kind of turn negative?
Yeah, there's certain things I see people do that like, and when I come to a shack and they're working a fish, I notice unless it's like they're really active, if they're chasing, and like how people jig it and flip it and jig it and flip it, whenever they flip it and go below the fish just takes it right off. Yeah, they just take off. I don't know what it is. Like a lot of I have had fish chase down and pin it or eat it or whatever on the way down. But when you're jigging and working a fish, if you stop going up and you go below, it's like they lose all interest.
Kind of like that fish did. He left.
Gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Will went and jumped on the other side of it. He's up under the shack trying. He's getting it moving. He's getting it moving.
So I know both of you guys offer run and gun packages. What's the run and gun package look like on a normal day for you guys?
A lot of drilling holes, a lot of
Yeah.
moving around, a lot of sniping with live scope. A lot of it's just very active fishing.
You're just trying to stay on fish.
Yeah.
Always moving. Always you work a bite until you're scanning. There's nothing. No one's catching. Like you
Right.
can't scan everything too because you spread people out pretty far. But if rods aren't bending, it's time to move.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty-
how
that's
long?
pretty-
How long of a time limit do you guys give before
20
you guys
minutes,
move?
half hour, no fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same question that Cash is asking. How are you guys getting negative fish to bite? Are you downsizing or super small stuff?
I do. I
Yeah.
I'll put a tungsten with a livey or whatever, and those are getting hard to find. Holy.
Yeah.
Lives.
I like just a small jig and a small plastic. That's
Yeah.
been really good for a throwback for a negative fish in the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, like are you starting to use more artificial baits as opposed to the live minnows now?
Yeah, get ready for the next year. Well, the year after.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're easy. It's just nice to have it on the rod ready, so you don't have to worry about keeping a minnow alive or anything like that. Fish that doesn't want to go on a bait that you have, you can just grab that without having to throw a minnow on it or anything, and outside in the cold and drop it down.
So okay, I'll ask Kris this question first. So are you concentrating on that one fish coming in, Kris?
Will is.
That's Will.
Yeah, he ran over there.
It's like right under him. Now we're gonna sit there and put him on.
She won't move. There's a negative fish.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna move, eh?
Oh, she's.
Oh,
Your
slowly.
tail kick.
Oh, yeah.
Turned around.
Slowly.
Oh, he might have got its attention.
No pressure on Will. None.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's going to
Come
bite.
on. Get the rise out of it.
No.
Massage it.
Yeah.
Will, go get your wife. She's a better fisherman than you are.
She's in one of the other shacks with the kids.
Oh, there you go. There's one on you now.
Holy smokes. If you guys don't catch anything.
I caught 4 before we came on air.
Well, of course. That's how it
That's how it always works. Eh?
That's how it
I've been
always
here
works.
yesterday,
All the time.
Like,
Well, that's actually a nice fish under you,
That
Kris.
is a nice fish. Look at that.
Like no
notice, you notice how as soon as I moved it, she gone?
It turned around. It went the other way.
Yeah.
So what?
look.
What do you guys find that's working the most out
Jennifer agreed with me.
Any-
I don't know. Everything kind of if they're hungry, you can almost throw a cigarette butt on the hook and they'll go. But
there? Yeah.
like if they're negative, you guys got to try different things because every day it's different. I'm sure Matt,
Oh yeah.
one day they hate rattle baits, the next day they're crushing them. Or one fish will smash a rattle bait, the other one will shy away from it. It just live scope teaches you so much about fish, their attitude, and you got to read what that fish is doing, and then hope the other fish are in that same kind of mood.
Yeah.
I have not caught a fish in 2 years on a rattle bait.
It's been
2
good
years?
for us the last little bit.
2
Yeah,
years
at
I
night
haven't
they
caught one
work
on a
better.
I'm always a compact spoon fisherman. And now lately I've been using plastics more than I've been using anything else.
Well, this year
We
I
had a
feel
pretty
like
good
it's
run
the year of the
recently on rattle
plastics. The year of the plastics and the spoons this year, it seems like.
Yeah.
So here's a bit of a different question for you guys. I know you guys do packages with experienced fishermen. But what are some like highlights maybe from this year, like of people who are first time fishing for like these big walleyes? Like any big reactions, any big surprises from these people?
Oh,
Young
yeah.
kids catching their PBs. That's
Yeah.
They'll always remember that, right?
Yeah, I had a 10-year-old in one of my snow bears a little while ago that got a 30-incher and then a 27 and a half, and he was just thrilled. And then we had a young kid get a 31 and another one get a heavy 29, like young kids.
Yeah.
Just
And then they brag to their parents, "My fish was bigger than yours."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when
That's
when
called
they want to
the
stuff
Nash.
the kid in the hole.
The Nash
So then-
syndrome.
So somebody with no experience, they don't have anything. Do you guys supply everything for them to use?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
So you
show
guys
up.
have
Just show up.
just show up, eh?
So they get the fish, and you guys like prepare food for them too, or
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
Shore lunch or big smoke barbecue.
nice.
So that's good then.
Yeah.
That's good. So if somebody wants to try it out, they can always come out. What's a good vertical jig plastic?
Oh man, that's a loaded question.
Z-Man, baby. Z-Man.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the 3 and 3/4 inch Streaksy Z-Man this year has been good.
Nice.
I know Eric is gonna get pissed off at me, but the Crush City's been killing
Actually,
me.
the Crush City Emerald Shiners have been pretty
That's the
darn
one that's
good
been
too.
working
Did
really
you say fresh shitty?
Crunch City.
good. Yeah.
Hey, I'm only one
nobody
beer
else
deep.
caught
Yeah,
that one.
relax.
Rick Clem said naked rattle baits have been hot personally.
They
And then-
do work, but I've
Yeah.
had clients have had better luck with them at night than they have during the day. That's for sure.
Scents, you guys use scent or what on the baits?
I don't.
I
Clients
don't know.
Like Santos just show up.
It's
the boss
messy.
has spoken.
It's messy, and that the tubes usually end up bursting, and you got this crap everywhere, and it stinks. And yeah,
Yeah,
I think-
I'm not opposed to it, but we just don't. I don't find you need it that much.
No, yeah.
and
So-
I feel like if you're using,
I
hang
find
on
you
to
don't
your
need. I
cider.
find you don't even need like actual bait a lot of the times.
Hold on, have you guys actually smelt the things you guys rent out?
Yeah.
Are you worried about a tube of stink bait?
I try to keep them clean.
Easy, Mike.
Yeah,
It's like a locker room.
If Val wants a little more work, she can clean the snow bears after you fix
Oh
them. Too.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I just heard her yell something. Hey, see, I told you Eric would say boo.
You may get a Mr. Clean sponsor out of this, Matt.
Yeah.
Or a company that'll just clean them.
Yeah, man, that's good
Jamie?
job. Here we go.
Gage
Tube
says
jigs.
tube jigs. And then Carla says that's all I use is crankbaits.
Crankbaits, yeah.
So
And I think it's everybody's different. It's everybody's choice what they want to use and what they've had success with, and it's tough. I think after you've caught a few big fish on, whether it's a rattle bait or a spoon, to get away from it, right? Because that's turns into like a lucky bait for you, right?
But if you see enough negative fish, you gotta switch. them.
switch it.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day it could be good. The next day it could be shit. Like
Yeah.
so
It's
it's
really
just like
the fish's
cash.
attitude.
it's like Cash is throwing out the question. Sunlight through the ice making some of these fish skittish. What do you
I
guys
feel
think
like
of that?
I do find that there's a lot of fish. Like when you hit an area, I find that a lot of fish. If you get closer to the deeper snow and the snowbanks, I find you'll see a lot of fish cruising underneath those rather than under the bare ice.
Yeah.
Really, eh?
And then like what about you think about like a high sun day, the deeper bite? Like when you get that mid, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock high sun where she's just glowing.
Yeah. I
The
think that
water,
I think it's not like I know people like want to say that the fish go in shallow and then they go out deep, and I don't believe that for a second.
No,
I just think that the it's exactly what like that the light gets too intense for the shallow bite, but that it's so diminished in the deep bite that bite just holds longer.
Yeah.
and I feel like there's a lot of more fish out in the deep.
There is a lot. Well, I mean, I think you just see more too because you can see further, but
Right.
like they definitely seem to be like everywhere I go out deep, they're twinned up. There's never just like really just one fish, you know. Whereas in the shallow bites, you get a lot of loner fish, but there's a lot of big fish in that shallow water.
There we
So-
go.
Oh.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Hey,
Oh,
finally.
she spit it.
Oh.
Oh.
How are you in tournaments? You're dropping fish like that.
Wait,
Have you ever tried barbs?
I'm fishing like a T-Rex right now.
Hey, what do you mean fishing like a T-Rex? Get a shorter rod. That's what everybody tells me all the time.
It's the way I position myself for the show. So yeah.
Mhm.
But here I might be getting a second chance. I think. I
Okay,
am.
we're gonna put
Coming
you on
back.
solo again.
Oh no, she's cruising by.
Mm.
Oh,
Once
look at what
bitten,
Eric
twice
said.
shy.
Look what Eric said.
Holy moly!
He's
Wait. Eric,
Oh,
wait.
this one's big. This one's big. Look, go to the screen. Oh, that's a dandy. Come on,
we
turn
see
up.
it.
Oh, that's a
Turn.
big girl.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, she didn't nothing to do with it.
Just
Nothing.
throw it in the mud. Slap it around in the mud. She'll come back.
It's hard to get them to turn around. Very hard to get.
Yeah,
them to
it
turn
is.
around. Once they're past here, that's when
Just
you
keep
like
on going.
the tournament guys right now. They'd be drilling a hole 5 feet in front and keep chasing it. Like
Yeah.
that's what you got to do too. Even with the running gun, if you see a monster, there's times you'll chase that fish. You'll
Yeah.
keep trying to drill in front of it, figure out which way it's going, and just stay on it. When you see a big one, you're not going to do that for a bunch of eaters and kill yourself drilling through 4 feet of ice for one little eater. But you see
So
a
here's-
mondo.
Here's a question from Sean. Do you guys drill grids or drill directly on top of fish? Try to cut them off.
Depends.
Yeah, it really depends. Like we don't try to just with customers and like especially with multiple customers, it's hard to drill right on top of fish until you're set up. And
Yeah.
then like the guides are sharpshooting, and what we'll usually do, because the guide is not fishing,
Yeah.
the guide will just drill a center hole and then a circle of holes around that he can just scan out to, and then a guy can run to either hole or have multiple guys, in that area, and he can call the shots from there.
Yeah.
So, like for me, for when I'm not, like I don't guide, obviously, but I usually would drill my own grids, and then I would just sharpshoot them as they're coming in to try to cut them off. But if I find one that'll be sitting, I like to drill right over top of them and hit them.
Oh yeah,
I
sometimes
spooked a
drilling-
bunch doing that this year.
Sometimes drilling will spook them though.
Yeah, I was just
That's
saying,
how
I
deep it is.
spooked a bunch this year drilling on top of them. We even spooked a bunch, like we had a grid set up. This was in February, I guess, kind of in one of those cold snaps. And we had a big grid and saw a fish, and my customer went over to just kind of like gave the little boot on the hole close to the fish to knock it open. And as soon as he kicked that hole, that fish bolted.
Really?
And that was in like 8 feet of water.
I've seen them where you just even take 2 steps and they're gone.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
It's just history.
And it's
But
the same
but a
thing
lot of
too,
guys like your auger and your drill, like, so Tanner, one of the guys, one of my guys that works for me, super good with the like the sharpshooting and whatnot, and he only uses like a super high speed Milwaukee drill on an 8-inch bit, and so he can rip through that ice super quick.
Yeah.
If he wants to land right on top of one, and that makes a huge difference.
You
Rather
must
than
be-
us like clearing a whole bunch of times with a 10-inch auger or something like that.
You must be using a Strike Master.
Yeah, that's what he's using.
I get it. Ours usually cut pretty quick, but using 8-inch because it's this ice is too thick for me.
Yeah.
I get sore arms.
Well, just
Yeah, it'd be
think,
nice to just have 24 inches of ice all year long.
Yeah.
last night
That'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Last night I drilled 40 holes in the shacks through.
Oh, boy.
Don't lose this one. I'm gonna put you on full screen. Don't lose it.
All the pressure.
Oh, she was in the hole. She turned. I want this bigger one.
Oh, look, there it goes.
There's
Yeah.
another one there.
That
Oh,
one.
look
This
at
one. That one's
Oh
big.
wow, yeah, look at that.
Holy.
That's why you caught
That's a
that.
turtle.
Carp.
Hey, Chris,
funny
you know
thing was-
you're 0 for 2, eh?
Yeah, whatever. Who's counting? When I caught that little one there, that big one came up and almost chased it. I think my bait's too small.
Oh, he's gonna put the big giant
Well,
ones
nice.
on now. Here we go.
Big bait on, eh?
Yeah, let's see.
Holy smokes. You know how hard of a time he's going to give us on the 31st if we don't catch fish? 'Cause we're giving it to him right now. Holy smokes. Oh, well. 13-inch
So did any of the
Cisco.
bait shops get any minnows yet? Well, that's a stickleback. I don't want him.
Who are you talking to?
You guys. Because, like, no one has liveys. Like, Smoking Fish, all those places, I think they're all out.
I
Lot
think
of liveys,
everybody's
eh?
been having a hard time.
It's pretty dry right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so early. Usually, like, you can get them right through to the end.
Well,
I remember
how
last
many-
year. Last year we couldn't get him in the last week of the season.
Yeah.
I found some, but they're far away. Long drive.
So how do you, how many people are really catching minnows now? There isn't that many catching live minnows,
I
right?
think there's 7. If I could be wrong. I think there's 7, but there's 3 main guys, and then there's some other guys that
It's
Like,
too bad Lee's not doing it anymore.
he was the best, had the best minnows.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think he would have made more money holding out than taking a buyout.
Yeah, but he also has to do no work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you still got to work for. You got to do
Well,
something.
and he's doing his wolf hunts and everything too.
yeah.
You know, so.
And he did say like the maintenance on the plane wasn't cheap, man. A
No.
lot of
No.
So,
No, it's not. So, what? How do you guys think this is going to affect you coming over the next year or
it's
two?
gonna save me so much money.
Oh, where'd he
See,
go?
as soon as he said "save me so much money," we lose him.
But that must be
Because-
conservation cutting in on the feed.
Yeah, that's it.
Either that, or he's catching a fish and said, "Nope, not alive."
Either that, or he dropped his phone down the hole.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
there we
Oh,
are.
he's back.
Okay, let's try that again because the government cut you off there.
Hello?
What were you
Yep.
going to say,
I
Chris?
can't hear anything now.
Oh, you can't hear us. You can hear him.
I think from even like I don't guide, but when I go fish, I'll use minnows, but I get that confidence in summertime from using plastics, right? And I think I just got to carry that over to wintertime to because like we're all going to be in that spot, right? We're not going to be able to.
Looking
to
for
fish
There
with-
are
with
there
the
are
bait, right?
days I find when live minnows do make a real big difference.
Yeah,
But for the most part, it's confidence for my customers from a guiding perspective.
yes,
There
And
we go.
they all want it and they ask for it and whatnot. So we do it. We do it when they ask. Typically, like we provide frozen bait, shiners and walkers minnows for anybody that wants. But
yeah,
if they want to have live minnows, we'll do it. And sometimes it makes a difference. The biggest thing with them is that they stay on the hook better.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing. There aren't any shiner. There was a company that Lee had that was the bait center. Those guys are making great bait for frozen bait.
Yeah.
But it's got to be really well cured, and obviously the Pine View shiners from up in the Winnipeg River, right? That those are great, but like those minnows need to be cured right for frozen bait. They need to be dried and caked in salt and like really dried out.
yeah.
Do that, but I don't. I mean, I don't. I see it. I don't know if it'll affect our business a whole lot. I mean, it's out of our control, right? So it's not as though we're cutting a service to our customers intentionally. It's just out of our control. So we'll see how the fishing follows after that. I guess will be the test.
I think it's gonna affect a lot more of the people coming up. Like I know a lot of just buddies that come up from the States and they're like, we're
Yeah.
not even gonna come anymore. Like
That could be.
Yeah, if they can't get live bait, they don't want to bother coming.
Really, eh? I was gonna just ask, do you guys have customers that even if their
Everybody-
favorite baits are catching, will they switch or they just stick to it and hopefully
Yeah.
like
They all ask for it, or they
Yeah.
most of them ask for it. Yeah.
But honestly, like I know a couple guys like Vaughn and that he never even uses live minnows. He's
No.
at shiners all the time. He slays fish, big, small, everything, and never.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't used live minnows probably on the ice for over 2 years for sure. It's either been salted or artificial, and that's it.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't matter if they ban it or not because I very rarely use live minnows.
Yeah.
Leeches,
The-
that's a
the-
different story.
The biggest difference is that I notice is in the bloody cold days in late January and February when the
Yep.
fish are like in the mud and they don't want to chase anything. That's where it really, really makes a difference.
Yes.
live,
Yeah.
live minnow dead stick
Yeah.
and just wait for it to give a reaction to it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my opinion on it anyways. I mean, yeah, in March you probably don't need it. Like once the water starts melting, the oxygen picks up and those fish, all those males start coming in from the lake and you really don't need it. It helps a little bit, but
Yeah.
I guess
I mean, they're just crushing.
like Brett here, he says his kids are going to miss live minnows. I guess a lot of people that bring their kids out put a live minnow.
Oh,
in
yeah.
because they don't have to do as much work, right?
Oh, kids
That's
love
what-
playing in the minnows, especially if they're like the fishing
It's right in
store or
front of them,
whatever.
yeah.
That's all they're doing is playing with minnows. Do you want a minnow, Dad, or this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I guess it keeps them occupied for a little bit of time. So
I
that's
think
good
it's
though.
gonna hurt the bait shops more. I feel like just to kill. It's gonna slow traffic. You know.
Yeah,
Well, it's gonna really hurt them. Well, I mean, other than the fact that you can't bring even frozen bait in from the States, so they're still gonna have to go there.
Yeah, but
I mean-
everywhere sells shiners though. Shell,
Yeah.
Co-op, like all the gas. It's not like one or two stores has
Right.
shiners.
Yeah.
You
But
can
even
get
like
frozen minnows anywhere.
smoking fish, I went in there the other day, and his tanks. His whole fridge was full of bags already pre-done in 2 dozen. Both of his tanks, like you couldn't fit another minnow in there. And I went back the next day and they were gone.
Yeah.
He had none.
Was that before last weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's too bad because that's really going to hurt him in the pocketbook in the long run.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
Gon said, it's a little foot traffic they're going to lose, right? Once the live minnows aren't there, that's it.
Someone
Yeah.
comes to buy minnows, they buy lures, rods, line. You know what I mean? The list goes on, right? Like swag, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
They're not getting those eyes on their products anymore.
The frustrating part for me is that well, frankly, I just believe that the impact on invasive species will be negligible from it all.
Yeah. Oh,
You're gonna trash this whole industry and everything, and you're gonna see really no results.
someone
I
pull up the
don't
pictures.
even want to start talking
Someone-
about that.
Yeah.
Pull up the picture
Sorry.
of the birds with the zebra mussels in its stomach.
Yeah.
Right. Why do we got to bring up zebra mussels?
Yeah. Let's talk about people
There
getting
we go.
stuck on Lake Winnipeg again.
I think you guys. One of you guys has to come up with this. Okay, we need a tip of the week from you guys.
Don't eat yellow snow.
No. That's only around your ice castles. How about you, Matt? Don't
Oh,
eat
you
the
got me.
popsicles?
You got the plant your corn early.
Yeah.
Don't eat yellow snow. Oh my god. Gone. You must have been just sitting on that one all this whole time.
No, actually, when I saw it pop up, I was just like, first thing that came to mind.
Okay. We'll do this. Okay, so beast of the week. You guys are gonna have to pick the
that's
winner.
nice.
So,
That's
Yeah,
nice.
Rodney Cranberry
I gotta
got
get in
this
close.
mic.
Don't mind my ugly mug.
hey, you got to get in close, eh?
Yeah.
So
I
Rodney
gotta-
Cranberry got this big pike.
Beautiful. What a catch. Yeah.
Look at that, eh?
So Mark Booty's wife, because that's all he ever says, my wife, in the red tent.
I
the
don't know
tent
her
from-
name.
The tent from hell, he calls it. She's got this beautiful walleye.
He just wants a new shack from Eskimo, man. That's why
I know, that's what he's doing. He's trying to get
That's
a
all
free
he's doing,
shotgun
Booty.
hugger.
I
Hey?
think that's just a green screen he puts in the background now.
No, I used to have one of those tents. It's hard on the eyes.
Yeah.
Here's Gallagher with a fistful of perch.
Nice. Look
Big
at those.
perch.
Those are big perch, yeah. And then Mike Gurdon got this 41-incher with no tail. I looked at this photo. There's absolutely
Very
no
cool.
tail on this.
It's a-
I don't know
it's
how
a-
that thing even moves
Right?
around.
Yeah.
Not dope.
Big
It looks like
shoulders.
it's eating.
Caden with this 30 3/4. We
Nice.
like to call him Mr. Controversy on the show. He likes to stir
Yeah.
up the pot a little bit, this one. Rick Clem.
That's
28
nice.
3/4. The fish is nice, not so much the angler.
Yeah, that fin is pretty finned out for him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he's got his finger
He's got
in
his
the
finger in the
spot.
right spot there.
That's it,
Perfect
yeah.
spot, yeah.
It's funny how we
I
all
feel
say the
bad
same
for-
thing.
Yeah, I feel bad for his wife. Shit.
That fish got violated. Oh man, that's too funny. So what else we got here? Look at this sloth of a perch.
Holy jeez.
Jeez.
Look at that giant. Look at that. Oh my
Hey.
god.
How long is it? I can't see.
It's almost 16 3/4, but it's
Wow.
just as round. So
That's
the
not
scales-
Manitoba. That's
Yeah,
not.
I
from
No,
was
no,
Manitoba,
that's
is
in the
it?
States. It's in the States.
Oh, okay.
So that thing is 2.71 pounds on the scale.
What a giant.
Look at that thing.
That'd be
So-
on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that one got released.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. No, not after you've seen it on the scale. It hasn't got released. That
He
thing's
carries
as
it
round
on
as,
the scale to the tent, yeah.
yeah, that thing's as round as you, Leon.
Well,
Oh, ouch.
Shot
Hey,
fired.
I haven't picked on Leon in such a long time.
yeah, that's true.
So Jeff has got this pike.
That
They said they had two different sizes, so I didn't put the sizes up on the pikes.
Yeah.
And that's right.
Nice,
You
though.
can tell where they are because there's the bridge in the background.
There's a bridge. Yeah.
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 It's
And
pike season.
Jordan's got this one. Same spot.
Same area.
Got them together. And he said the old man doesn't know how to use Facebook. So
Posted both pictures. Yeah. But those are nice
Yeah.
fish.
A lot of pike showing up, getting ready for spawn.
yeah, and Courtney's got this 31.5-inch
Oof.
walleye here.
Whoa.
That's a nice one. That's a long.
Look at the
one.
head on it. It
a long
looks like
one.
an old lake trout.
It
Yeah.
almost looks like a spawned out walleye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The teeth
So those
on
are
that
them.
thing are hockey pucks.
Yeah. So those are the fish. You guys have to pick a winner.
Ooh, how long was that tailless one?
41
It
point
was
Yeah, I
41
like it.
inches,
41.
41 with no tail.
41 with no tail?
Yeah.
Jeez.
God,
don't
yeah.
know.
That or the first pike was the very first one was a real nice. That's a nice fish.
This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
How
and a
long
good
did that
hold
one run?
too.
How long did that one run with the tail?
I don't. He didn't say, but it's gonna probably be those that in the 40s for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a nice
I
fish.
think that pike or that perch. I don't know, because that.
I'm gonna
That one or
stick
this
with
one?
that. I'm gonna stick with the pike.
All right.
This is
Cornell.
this
The
is
very
probably
first
what's
one.
in that pike's belly.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good fish. It's a good hold. I like
Yeah, good pitcher.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rodney Cranberry,
Randy Cranberry.
or Carberry,
Carberry's the winner.
Carberry.
Winner,
Cranberry.
winner,
I don't know why I
chicken
said
dinner.
Cranberry.
Chicken
Carberry.
dinner. Yeah.
All right, that's our winner for Beast of the Week. So
Right, now I can back
So-
up.
Matt, how do people get a hold of you if they want to book?
You can look at Bruin Outfitting Guide Service on Facebook or Icebound Excursions on Facebook or www.bruinoutfitting.com or www.snowbearrental.ca.
Nice.
Holy smokes! Gone. How about you?
Just hit me up on Facebook. No.
Just slide into your
Put the flashers on.
www.gonefishing.ca or hit me up on any of the other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gone Fishing.
Nice.
On fishing, eh? Hey, I said to Val, I says, Jesus, look it, I'm gonna go dig this out. This is a brand new hat. I had to just take the bag off it. That was it.
Is that it's one of the old Icebound hats?
Yes, it is.
Jeez. Discontinued.
Classic.
I said, what are the odds? I've got the
These are the new ones.
Gotta get me one of those.
I'll have to hit Matt up for a new one.
Yeah.
Visit tomorrow for a coffee.
You think I have time for that?
No, just like me, I don't have time for that neither. So, well, thanks for coming on, guys. And
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Almost over.
Boys, yeah.
Thanks for
Matt, I'll
having us.
see you tomorrow. Chris, I'll probably see you on the weekend because we got to get that Starlink from you for the icebreaker this weekend. It's the championship, the Bush Championship. So somebody's going to get crowned, get a handful of cash for 10 grand to come in first.
Right on.
Oh, and besides,
Awesome,
yeah,
man.
what? Before we go, remember to put in your Bass fantasy picks for this week's Bassmaster
Classic.
Classic.
Yes.
Yes, Santos, that was your job, you lazy prick.
Well, I was going to do it, then Leon did it, so it's all good.
And give Icebound and Gone a follow on all social media, guys. Show them some love. And show Kickerfish and CDP some love, too, on YouTube. Like and
There
subscribe.
you go.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
See you next week. The boss is back. I'm going to take the day off. Piss on everybody. See you guys later. Have a good
All right.
week.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
boys.
Have a good night, guys.
Take it easy.